How you guys doing? This is Martin, 52-year-old man, single, had 2 fiancées. Jocelyn was the first one. We lived together for 2 years, didn't work out. Moved from Jocelyn to Delilah. We lived together for 2 or 3 years, didn't work out. Moved to Long Beach for a while, and I was sleeping with one girl named Bernie for a while. That one fell apart when she found out we had a pool party, and her friend Maria must have got too close to me, so I ended up trying to kiss on her. So she got upset with me kissing on her friend, and decided once she invited all her friends over to her house, to my house to stay, that she was going to go home with this other guy and embarrass me. So that kind of put an end to that relationship. So here I am, 52. I have about 16, 17 years worth of retirement. And then COVID comes along. You're thinking, man, I think I'm a big shot, man. Hey, maybe I'll move to a foreign country. Was it to where do people try to move with money? China, Philippines, somewhere in the jungle, or somewhere down to South America. And then COVID comes, and that just kills the interest rate. So the interest rate is basically 1%. So if I have $100,000 saved and I put that in the bank, that's $1,000. Man, that means within 2 to 3 years, I'd be back at work. You see me working at Walmart, or you see me working at one of these warehouses. You'll see me rushing trying to get my break in, like all these young people be doing. I'll be coming down Redlands Boulevard, they all rushing because they got a half hour. If they don't, their asses get fired. Because you know why? See, I used to work in a warehouse before. That's where I started. All the stuff that these young people be doing now, they're doing lifting and stuff. That was what I did at the end of this year. And they only pay them $15 an hour. I don't remember lifting any 50-pound things ever. It's like, what are you lifting, man? 50 pounds minimum. I mean, what kind? And even the women be lifting it. I'd be like, man, what are we lifting? So I said, well, I don't know if I want to do that. So that's what I'm just thinking. Because you have to think, when interest rate back in my day was 10%, if you had $100,000 saved, you put that $100,000 in the bank, you got 10% back. That's $10,000, man. Now that's a lot of money. That covers your rent, and you still have that principal of $100,000 to turn over to give you some extra money for groceries or car repair, or maybe you want to take a trip. But at 1%, it'll probably be after Biden gets in charge. Oh, I'm going to lower the interest rate. Bro, it's already 1%. So basically zero, but you still got to put the money in the bank. What it's going to do, it's forcing you to figure out ways to get a return on your investment. That's what the banks used to do, but now they don't have to do it. So say, hey, give us your money. And that's why you see so many houses going up. People say, hey, buy a house and save your money. Let me tell you, I'm 52. My grandmother's house, my mom's house sold for $350,000. I think that was during the housing boom. Since then, and that was in the hood, since then, I cannot think of a house where people would pay that much for a house ever again. They're charging $350, $360. The problem with the house, I realize, if you're gonna rent it, that's great. But if you're gonna buy it, man, just take a trip down some of these streets where you see some of these older houses. I go by because I want to do a home improvement. Broken garages, roofs leaking. You know why? Because my grandfather had all kind of stuff in the backyard, cars in the backyard, and that's your neighbor. Not counting the ones who kids are basically losers and failures who never move away from home, and then they're styling out. They think, hey, I got a Beamer, a Mercedes, and I'm living at home. I'm have my kids at the house. I'm just waiting for mom and dad to die so I can move into the house. So basically, you got a house that's almost 100 years old, man. I've seen it. Dogs been pissing on it. Many earthquakes, weather damage, and just regular wear and tear. Even if you didn't have termites, your house would still fall apart unless you take care of it. And a minority of people don't take care of it. That's what I'm saying. Going forward, a house is a waste of money. What makes it even worse now is you got a generation of kids they're only making $15, $16, $17 an hour. What the hell are they gonna afford, man? You go 15, 940, that's 600. We're not even talking about after taxes. What I mean, I say $1,400 a month, maybe $1,500 if they're lying and saying they're exempt. And then what? I mean, what kind of house are they gonna afford, man? Your house is a $300,000 house, unless you're gonna give them a 60-year note. A 30-year house is at least $2,000. So you can't get you're not gonna get any money on your house that way. So people who are gonna buy houses for the next couple of years are gonna feel trapped. And they're not gonna be saying, "Oh, I'm just gonna hold it until the market turns around." The market's never gonna turn around. Why would I spend an extra unless you're in Beverly Hills near the beach? I mean, you got to be in a really nice area. Other than that, I mean, why would I spend more for your house than I would for a house in a nicer area, or just a newer house? It didn't have to be a nicer area. Why do I want to spend your house and this whacked out neighbor? Dog been barking for the last 15 years. You don't think I'm gonna pay above market? Come on, man. So, see, so even if I had a house, which I sold my house, I realized I saw this coming. So I didn't see COVID coming, but I know with the low interest rates and who's gonna pay. And I was on an acre and a half of land in Yucca Valley. My mistake was I needed to be on 3 acres of land with my house in the middle with the fence around it. Now my mistake was I had a house where my house is a couple of 100 feet from another house where I heard to hear barking dogs, kids and stuff. So that was my mistake. So if I ever, for my 50s or 60s, if I ever do it again, I'm gonna be on a big land. House has got to be in the middle. Then I said, okay, it'll work. And I'm not gonna pay above market. So, because now I gotta get water and stuff. But what happens right now when you're trying to figure out what to retire, should you take your money out the account? Should you leave it in? Is the stock market going up? The stock market is a beautiful woman. When a woman is beautiful, like when you met your wife, she was skinny and attractive, you took her to the finest restaurants. Once she got fat, you only take her AM, PM. You're like, man, she doesn't stay in shape. She's an alcoholic. She's a lesbian. She's fucking all my friends. She's even fucking the dog, but she won't fuck me. And then you're saying, I'm stuck with this. And then she got some nerve to say, honey, it's our anniversary. Take me out. Yeah, I'm gonna take you out to AM, PM. Now, just think if she's a beautiful woman, she kept herself in shape now, and you let yourself go. See, now you gotta ante up like me when you're 50-something. You go with these younger girls, I gotta ante up. She said, come on, daddy. Mama wants some red bottoms. Mama wants some mini skirts. Let's man up, brother. Otherwise, you know what you can get. Go get you you want a granddaughter or you want a grandma? I said, I'm sorry, honey, I want a granddaughter. So what you need, baby? And I go out and buy it. So even when I'm older, I need to have money for that kind of stuff. But how am I gonna get that money? I could do some multifamily, invest a couple of $1,000, make an extra $200 to $300 a month. That's one option. But the best one I think will work in this economy is gambling. The reason why is it's free money. If you're 18 years or older, all you can do is you just put your money in an investment fund, which what Charles Schwab and all these banks are going to make up. And then that's how they're going to get their money. They're going to have people go to casinos, people bet football games. Are you an expert? And that's how they're going to get a return on investment and return on your money. That's why gambling is the gold rush of the future. Gambling is going to be similar to the 2005, 2008 boom, where people were buying stuff and investing money. So that's why I keep harping on you. Hey, I'm an expert in blackjack, and I'm offering a course, my deluxe course, $500. You know, it's informational purpose only. I don't promise you thousands of dollars, but I bet you if you at least know what you're doing when you sit at the table, you'll win something. I have a $500 program for that. You know, I even play Powerball. I have an engineering degree from UC Davis. I have an MBA from University of San Francisco, so my specialty is numbers. I look at the numbers because the numbers don't lie. So I'm playing around with the Powerball, figuring out how I can get the numbers to work out so you, me, and other people can make money. Because these governments want you to play. But they don't care if you make a little extra money. You're down with the cause. But we want those other people to lose so we can win. That's why I teach you to learn how to play blackjack. So whenever people are losing, when they're trying to go to the table, make money, making stupid decisions, you'll remain patient, you'll remain calm, and you'll get paid. So today I just want you to think about, would you consider playing blackjack and earning some money? Would you consider baccarat? Would you consider playing roulette, Powerball, becoming an expert or just learning what type of numbers to use for the lottery? Let me know. There's not many ways to get a return on the money. I don't think Biden and Camilla are not going to help. Ain't no more checks coming, but if you have an extra $20, extra $30, buy your lottery ticket, buy your Powerball, sit down and don't go to the Indian casinos though. If you go to the casino, play blackjack, don't go to the Indian casinos. They don't want your money, man. They're getting you back for what happened in the past. All those guys and guns and stuff, they said you can come in and eat, party, fuck, but they don't want you to take that money out. So don't go to those casinos. Go to Vegas, go to Atlantic City. Stay away from those Indian casinos. It reminds me of that movie V. They have all their guns pulled. Don't go, man. Don't go. So let me know what you think. Subscribe, comment, like. Subscribe, comment, like. When I was younger, tattoos were taboo. Working in a warehouse, you are a child molester, criminal on the run from a law, or alien. And gambling, you were a racketeering because you were stealing money. Now that's all in now. Everybody works in the warehouse. I see Beamers and Audis all parked in front of the warehouses. Everyone has a tattoo. Old people got our tattoos. Old people styling out. Check this out, man. Got their tattoos and gambling. Subscribe, comment, like. Subscribe to my channel today. Stay up to date, man. This gambling thing's gonna take off. You're just seeing the genesis as people start realizing, hey, there ain't no other way to make no money, man. And gambling's legal, it's gonna explode.